All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we are again at the latest Denny Artachi show. Man, I am so excited because one of my most favorite people on the planet has graced me with her presence today. The one and only Marla Brodsky, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. It's been a long time.
We
used to do this all the time together.
I've been detoxing from not having you around,
I'm sorry, I'm back.
And we're catching up, and we started speaking in my office, and I said, wait, Marla, we forgot we're supposed to do a show.
Yeah.
So you're looking great, of course.
Thank you. So are you.
You're always dressed, So we're going to get to that in a second.
Fashion first.
But, I didn't tell you at the office.
What?
The owner of the radio station may want us back. Yeah,
Again, we're going back to radio?
Well, I don't
Celestial?
know, but he's...
Celestial.
He said that he has these new sponsors, and there's this new club opening up in Jensen Beach.
Oh.
And they're going to promote rock and live music, but
Okay.
I forgot to tell you that in the office. But we're here in case you're just tuning in. Marla you're still a casting director, right?
I am. I'm not currently working on a show. I wrapped before the new year.
Okay.
A show that I was working on for Netflix.
What was the show? What's it?
It was another dating show. It was called Later Daters. It was season 2 of Later Daters.
Later Daters.
So I wrapped that, and I'm waiting to hear if Golden Bachelor or it'll be Golden Bachelorette, if that's going to get picked up again. We're waiting to hear. So that'll be the next project,
she did Golden Bachelorette. Didn't you do The Biggest Loser as well? Or
I didn't do Biggest Loser years ago. Extreme Makeover.
That's an extreme makeover.
Extreme Makeover.
So that was where people just had an issue with the way they looked, and you got them in there. What, if they qualified, you gave them a big makeover?
Yes, but it was more than that. It was more like a real life-changing show.
Okay.
So it wasn't just about, I think I'm ugly, or like, I need and better, whatever. Like, it wasn't like that. It was like, my looks have significantly held me back. Maybe like it kept me from getting a job, or like
Really?
I feel like I didn't get to grow it. For whatever reason, I'm like crippled by my appearance. Like for whatever that was, maybe there was some type of like birth defect, or maybe there was just something,
Okay.
And so it really was like a wish fulfillment show, not just like, I'm an 8, but I want to be a 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like that.
I know my Michelin tire held me back. I kept putting air in it.
Well, we had weight loss on there too. Like, it was a whole thing. You had plastic surgery, you had weight loss, you had teeth, dental. It was like, and by the way, just by changing teeth, I will tell you,
What?
Just by changing like your teeth,
Yeah.
it changes everything.
Yeah, because now you can smile.
Yes,
Right,
a
you can
person
smile.
Wow.
Okay. When's the last time I saw you? It's been eons since we did a show together, and we used to do them
All the time.
All the time.
We used to do
Yeah.
the podcasts
Yeah,
like this.
that's
but
right.
then we also did the radio show.
We went to radio.
We went to actual radio in a radio station. So that I think our last show there was like, oh my God. I want to say the summer or fall, maybe? I don't even know.
Who knows?
I can't remember.
Here's what I know. The last time we did a show, I was 26 pounds heavier.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. And I've gone through a transformation, which I want to share with you because of the new books that I have out.
Yes.
And I've gone live with it. And I've also embarked on the estate planning business as well. But you have, every time I see you on Facebook, you're stuffing your face like usual.
Yeah.
Folks, she's not afraid to eat, okay? Like when you and John first went on a date,
Yeah.
you weren't like, dude, I'm not ordering salad and,
I'm an eater. I am an eater. If you're scared of eaters, don't hang out with me.
Don't hang out with you, right?
No, I'm an eater.
So every time I see you, you're stuffing your face and you're so loving it. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm eating just good proteins and vegetables. Look at Marla. She's just like going to town.
Yeah. Well, I think last night I just posted a video from the South Florida Fair, and I had like everything deep fried. I had I had deep fried Oreos, I had a deep fried Snickers, I had a deep fried Buckeyes, and the best thing hands down,
What?
Which I had never had before, it was my first time.
What?
Deep fried grilled cheese sandwich. It was amazing.
Deep fried grilled cheese.
I didn't even know that I needed
guess
that
if
in
you
my
can
life.
fry ice cream, you can fry anything, right?
They fry butter. Like, they just take a stick of butter and fry it. Like, it's crazy. No, but I'm telling you, this deep fried grilled cheese sandwich,
No way.
outstanding.
Really?
Outstanding. And I was like, I don't even need grilled cheese. But I was just
Do you
trying
like
to try
squeeze it and then the oil comes out? I mean,
No.
grilled cheese, fried?
No. It seems like it should be illegal, but it's delicious.
All right, so
I know.
and now you have your old show that you had. Tell people what you're doing. It's a hot tub show, right?
Yes. So back during COVID.
So John's okay that you're posting yourself in a clad bikini and stuff as
yeah.
It's okay. All
I
right.
mean, because I feel like it's, first of all, it is a show that it seems like really silly when we say, oh, you're doing a show in a bikini in a hot tub.
Yeah,
blah, blah. But it's a serious, like, it's all about dating and relationships.
Really?
And people love that. I get so many, really that's why I do it, right? I get so many, forget about the comments, the public comments that are so positive and like they have so many questions.
So the show in the hot
DMs
tub is about dating.
All about dating. It's all about dating, relationships.
Really?
And what guys think, what girls think. And it's like a never ending topic because there's so many topics and people write to me, can you talk about this? And I have a question about this and blah, blah, blah.
If you're listening, folks, Marla is a so-called matchmaker. I mean, that's what she does. She did it for Hollywood shows, right? Or casting director.
Sure, yeah.
But you do it on a personal level.
I do it on a personal. I love setting people up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we've had this discussion. You have a lot of female friends where you go, hey, what's the matter with you? Guys don't like that. You need to change that. And then you have guy friends the same way.
Same way.
Same deal,
Guys
right?
and girls, same way. Yeah, but this show, so again, back in the day when you said I'm doing it again, back in the day during COVID, I started a show called Thank Jacuzzi, It's Friday, where it was live from a hot tub or a bubble bath, and like we would just, again, same topics, right? All about dating, romance.
All about dating,
that, yeah.
romance, okay.
But then like because the world was shut down, I didn't have anything else better to do. When the world opened up, I got busy, I stopped doing it, and I started over the years getting all these messages like, when will you bring back the jacuzzi show? And I'm like, I don't know. And it was kind of a goof. And then all of a sudden, now I'm like, I'm not working. Seems like a good time to bring it back. And I did. It's back.
How long has it been going on now?
I just started it in January again.
Okay.
It is called Get Wet with Marla.
Get Wet with Marla.
It's called Get Wet with Marla. It was on Fridays. We were still hashtagging Thank Jacuzzi It's Friday, but we've changed it now. And now it's live. We go live, by the way. It's
live on Facebook?
Live on Facebook. It's Facebook Live. But you can watch it anytime after that.
All right.
But you only have 30 days to watch it, and then it's kaput until I repost it. But so it's now we do it on Wednesdays. I felt like Hump Day. Don't spit. I felt like Hump Day was just a better, we're talking about dating, romance, sex, relationships. We may as well do it on Hump Day.
Listen, you may have some people that might want to send you some hate mail over that, right?
Not that. No. People love that. I don't hate mail on that.
What have you gotten hate mail over on what shows?
Oh God. You know what? So I do all these different videos, right? And it's, and it's funny. We kind of laugh about like people that like do this, like there's a ton of, I don't want to say there's a ton of me, but there's a lot of us that like, we do cooking videos or we do DIY videos. We do all these videos. And there'll always be like a hater in the mix that's like, I hate you, I want you dead. Or like, something crazy.
I hate your voice.
Right, I hate your voice. I think you're ugly. Like whatever they say.
They do not say that.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but there'll be somebody who's sitting at home and that's all they want to do is like say negative things, and like so people will tell me like be careful, like when you do that, don't get into like a pissing match about it, and I'm like I would never. I'm like I take it the exact extreme opposite. When I get a comment like that or anything like that, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry you didn't enjoy that part, but I hope you enjoyed the recipe and let me know if you tried cooking it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you for participating. Like, just to almost like, I like to kill people with kindness, if you will. I never get into a
And if you're
pissing
just
match.
being exposed to Marla Brodsky, ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't drink coffee.
No
she
caffeine at all.
She doesn't need stimulants. She just kind of, goes through it, everything. But you are the product of a great childhood, you said, right?
Yeah.
You have no regrets. You weren't you didn't have all these traumatic events happening to you.
No.
So you were just like happy-go-lucky.
If there was anything traumatic, it's because I brought it on myself. For example, if my parents would go away because they were always traveling and I'd have a party and I'd get in trouble, I brought that on myself because I shouldn't have had a party, right? So other than that... There's nothing traumatic.
Now, there's something to be said that adults should understand that, too, that a lot of our garbage, they're self-imposed.
Yeah.
I was telling you about part of the things that I'm writing about and have been living the last 71 days is I'm only focusing on things that I can control, and everything's out of my control. Mm-hmm. What people think of me, how they respond to me, whether they like me. The only three things I can control is my breath, my thoughts, and whether or not I'm going to respond to something and how I'm going to respond to something. And so adults have to learn about this self-imposed thing because it's still not, since we got together, the world has gotten even more chaotic.
Yes.
And crazy. I cannot keep up. I don't know what the new norm is anymore.
I'm not sure either. I don't know that anybody knows because I feel like every day it tilts and whirls. And
Right.
It's like a tilt-a-whirl and you're just like, what is going on?
I don't even know what to believe anymore because some of the stuff is so outrageous. I go, well, that can't be true. No way. That's got to be a typo or something. And I always say that we're better off just creating our own reality, our own happiness, and tune out from the news stations. There's a lot of research now that families are trying to sue social medias because they think their kids have been screwed up because they're spending like 7-8 hours a day on social media. And if they don't get enough likes or whatever the deal is.
This is what I'm when you just mentioned about the hate things.
Yeah.
There are people that go on social media to feel better about themselves, right? And that's what it is. And
by bashing others.
By bashing others, right? So like for somebody like me, it doesn't work. Like I don't listen to that. Do you know what I mean?
So do you really? You never take it personally?
No, but there are kids. And this is where it gets very scary because there are kids who will read that, like, I hope you die, and then who will go and kill themselves. And that is what scares me about social media.
That's just...
That it's like these people that are miserable and try to be negative to anyone. I mean, you could find Miss America who walks on water is perfect, and she'll still get some troll writing to her, you shouldn't have won, you have a bad speech impediment, you sound like Bud, you talk like, you walk like, and they write these terrible comments, and you're like, what? You don't even know this person. Why are you being so negative towards them?
I've always said you'll never be critiqued, criticized, or bashed by someone happier, more successful than you.
That's right. John says that all the time. You're never going to find a hater who's doing better in life.
No, that's just how it is. So we as humans with our ego, we want to take it personal when we shouldn't.
No, you should never. And I have learned you really have to have a thick skin if you are going to do anything in the public eye.
In the public eye, right.
And social media is the biggest public eye that everyone has access to nowadays. So you just have to let it fall off your back. Do something that makes you happy, that brings you laughter. Do you know what I mean? Make sure that fulfills you. And then if along the way you entertain other people, great.
Let me clarify, as long as you're not hurting anyone else in the process. Come on. Because some people might find pleasure in bashing Marla Brodsky.
Right.
Or Denny Artachi. Like, who does he think he is?
Right. No.
I play guitar better than he does. He can't sing.
Right. There's always going to be somebody who's going to want to try to knock you down a few pegs. But good for them. Like, let them have their moment in the sun of making a bad comment. I will say, I love my followers. Like, everyone is so nice. Everyone is so...
That's cool.
And it's all these people that, like, I don't, I can't even just say that they're all my friends. Like, they're people that found, they're so nice.
People might hate you because you're too happy, and that they don't like that. What the hell has she got to be so? What about me in my life? You ever think about that? I'm going to get that Brodsky. Who does she think is to be so happy when I'm miserable?
Yeah, well, you know what? My favorite, the reason why I like it, because I spend so many hours a day. All I do is make videos all day now. Because I have really nothing else better to do.
Oh, so you're officially unemployed.
I'm unofficially, officially unemployed. Well, because I always have, me, I'm always developing shows and having things, and so I'm constantly still in meetings and stuff. But as far as casting, I'm going to say I'm officially unemployed of casting right now as a network show.
All right.
But I will say, what keeps me going and like doing all of these shows, because listen, at the end of the day, it's not like I'm doing this for money. Nobody's saying, Marla, I'm going to write you a check for $1 million just to keep doing all these videos, right? I'm doing them because I get so many comments and private messages that say, I love your personality. When I see you smile, it brightens my day. I love watching your videos. You're so funny. And that's what I do it for.
But
and these are strangers.
We should get paid. I think we have a good show.
But I'm just saying.
I'm the straight guy, nothing intentional here. And you're the bubbly Hollywood, it works. Because then you'll say something. I'm like, nah, that's not true. Do you really feel that? And you're like, yes, I do. I don't know. You don't know anybody who can cast and go, hey, they're not famous yet, but they kind of talk about, we have a lot of good things. We avoid politics, right?
We avoid politics.
All right.
Because I wouldn't even know I couldn't even touch politics right now if I tried. I have no idea what's going on.
It's real easy. Let me tell you if you want to talk about politics. Hey, if you don't believe in what I tell you, you're the enemy, and I'm going to extinguish you and kill you. That's it. That's all you need to know about politics.
It's a mess.
That's it.
It's a mess.
Not like, hey, well, I think a certain thing. Why don't you tell me what you think? And let me see if I can learn something. No.
That doesn't happen anymore.
You're either on our team or the enemy.
Yeah,
that's politics right now.
Yeah, it's just
so that's
sad.
why we don't touch it.
Yeah.
Religion. I love God. I love Christ as my Savior, but there's people that are extreme on that too, and you've got to watch it because. And I'm trying not to judge because judging is a tough job. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on whatever happens, it just happened, and maybe I don't have to give it any meaning or definition. Mm-hmm. But not even Christians, many religions, if you don't believe exactly how they're taught, then you're going to hell or you're just a bad person. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You just told me God is merciful and forgiving.
They're God.
Oh, yes, they're God.
They're God. And I will tell you.
That's different, right? My
yes.
God is an awesome God.
Right.
But he hates you if you don't listen to him.
Right. Apparently there's like 18,000 gods out there.
There are 18,000 gods.
But I will tell you, it is funny that you bring that up, politics and religion, because somebody just commented on, so the new Facebook page, it's Marla Life, just all one word, Marla Life. It's a play on the word marvelous. So instead of marvelous, Marla Life. And it's all one word. But so that's where the show Get Wet with Marla lives. And somebody wrote, asking me my opinion on, do you think that a man and a woman should discuss politics and religion before getting into a relationship? And I was like, that is a great topic to discuss on an episode, because a lot of times these are things just like finances, religion, politics, finances, that'll end a relationship. For whatever reason, if you get into an argument about one of those three things, chances are your relationship is about to get flushed down the toilet. Not all the time, but those are real three big deal breakers, right? And I said, I'm like, sometimes you don't bring it up in the very beginning,
right?
Religion and politics,
right?
Or finances for that matter. And then like there's major chemistry, you get in this big relationship, and then you slowly start peeling the onion, and you're like, oh shit, now the tears are falling down your face.
Oh my God, I can't be with this person.
It happens.
They believe in green Martians. I didn't know that.
Is there a problem with green Martians? It's my favorite color.
I'm such a racist. I have a thing about green Martians on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't think they understand us, or they're not American.
But it's true. It's true. Like people do not, and it's funny because I try to think
I think
back.
there's a good way to mention that. I mean, it's funny you should, because here's the thing. If I'm not dating anymore. I'm with my lady Franny, but if I were dating, I wouldn't mind saying, they say, hey, where do you stand politically? Mm-hmm. And I might say, well, look, there is a certain way that I stand, but I try not to discuss it because people are so extreme. And I'm officially a moderate libertarian, meaning, yes, I'm conservative personally. Yes, I believe in a lot of things, but I'm open to other points of view as long as they're not trying to harm other people or impose something crazy on other people. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, I've met some atheists that are wonderful people. They didn't use the excuse of, well, God doesn't exist, so let me destroy my life and everybody that gets in the path. They were like, well, you know what? I don't believe it. I mean, I believe in God, okay? But they don't. But because they don't, they used their time on earth on positive things, and they weren't wasting it on being evil, malicious, vindictive, manipulative. Yeah. So you can meet a Christian and an atheist can have a lot in common. Same thing with political ideology. But the problem is most people are not open. They're set in their ways. You either agree with them or you're the enemy.
Especially if it's an extremist, because I have friends that are, very far to the right, very far to the left, in the middle. It doesn't, that doesn't matter to me, but I will say that it really does matter when you are an extremist. When you are an extremist and you are far to the left or far to the right, you want nothing to do. You don't even want to give an opportunity for them to even come over for dinner. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even want to talk to you. Because
you're no longer having dinner. That's right.
You're not having dinner together.
And so that's why we avoid it, and that's true. And I don't apologize over it. I just, the way I look at it is, as I've been doing this transformation that I've been sharing with you, and thank you for your kind words. I think those in my inner circle have seen a huge difference in me.
Yeah.
And a lot of things have opened up. I'm still a work in progress. I don't have it all figured out.
Everyone, no matter how, even when you reach your goals, then it's about maintaining. Like, you gotta always be a work in progress.
Life is always going to be hard and difficult.
Yeah.
The difference is how we deal it when we're working on ourselves, because, hard times are always going to come. Yeah. Disappointments are always going to come. I think what I've noticed is I always knew this inherently, that life typically does not go as we planned it.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of people.
You make plans and God laughs.
Exactly, right. But there's a lot of people who don't understand that. They're like, I don't understand why life's not fair, or why it didn't go exactly like I said. Oh, well, let me explain that to you. If you start taking notes, you'll see that most of the time, life doesn't go as we plan it.
Yeah.
So now that we know that, how do we deal with it? How do we react? Do we embrace that? It's kind of like change is something, that's the only thing we can count on, right?
Yeah.
Because nothing stays the same. Even our favorite restaurant. We'll go there and all of a sudden one day we'll go eat in order to say, whoa, what happened? Oh yeah, the cook is gone. We hired somebody else now. And they could be following the same recipe. Same thing with your favorite program, how we think. I think the key is to be able to embrace the change and not skip a beat and lose enthusiasm. But that takes work. That's intentional living.
Absolutely. And being able to go with the flow. Not everyone can do that.
Right.
Yeah. Going with the flow is probably the number one thing that you could do for yourself.
We can't control so much.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just want to control everything.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't work.
No, and it causes so much undue stress. Like, you don't need, because obviously if you can't control something, what do? You get frustrated and then you start getting stressed.
Right.
If you stop that and stop caring about that and just go with the flow and kind of pivot a little bit. By the way, and a good example is, like, there are times when I'm doing these videos, I'm like cooking in the kitchen, right? And it goes to hell in a handbasket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mess.
Right.
And I'm like, and I'm filming
what am I doing?
Right? And I'm like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, time to pivot. It's like, just go.
I don't know how many shows we've done. We have never scripted a show.
No.
We kind of said, hey, let's talk about this and that. But some of my favorite shows are, we would talk about something that seems insignificant, right? But it's so funny because we make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. As smart as I think I am, I crack myself up when I go, dude, you got it so wrong. You weren't even close. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what were you thinking? And then I go, well, obviously I was thinking I knew what the hell I was doing, right?
Of course.
It's kind of like when a cop pulls you over or catches you robbing. Well, what were you thinking? Well, obviously I was thinking I could get away with the crime. That's why I did it.
I thought robbing the Springs truck was a really good idea. I'd get $5,000.
So when I do something really stupid, I said, well, shit, I thought it was a good idea right there. I thought eating chicken wings and pizza all the time was great. What's wrong with that idea?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, good for you. You don't have a tapeworm, do you?
That?
Because
that's the question.
You can out-eat guys, and you're not like, a new Goodyear blimp and stuff.
I mean,
it's because you're so energized, right?
I don't know.
Do you ever feel like really tired?
Yes, right now. I'm exhausted.
You are not. You are? I don't see it.
No, I'm the same way no matter if I'm exhausted or not.
How much do you sleep?
I don't sleep a lot. I'm not a big sleeper.
Like
I'm not
4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, probably. You know what it is? I don't have a tough time falling asleep. I have a tough time staying asleep.
Staying asleep.
Yeah, I can't.
Right, you'll get up a few hours later.
Yeah, I sleep for like 2-3 hours. I'm up for 5 or 6, and maybe I'll.
What about when you're casting a show? You're like really burning a candle on both ends.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been even not casting right now, I'm burning a candle on both ends. Like,
why?
I mean, it's like, because my brain is constantly going of like, what am I doing next? Like, what am I posting next? What am I doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I have a schedule. Like, I post at like 8, 10, 1, 4, and 7 every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a series. It's like I keep going. Because it's like, I look at it as when I have the time to do this now, I should do it. Like, what else am I doing? I'm not one to sit around and not have.
How did you not cast yourself? You have all these ideas. Casting it. People in Hollywood, because you told me, oh, well, they're not looking for that. Because there's already so many talk shows.
I will tell you, the welfare of the entertainment industry right now
Right.
is grim. It is not good right now. So many of my friends have left the industry.
Well, maybe
let
because
alone-
they're all.
it's not good.
Here I am saying we should have our own talk show, but how many talk shows are out there? How many podcasts are out there?
So many.
But I still believe that
He pitches me every day, by the way. I want all of you to know that. Every day I get the pitch. Marla, why can't we do a show? Because we can't, Denny. We just can't.
Why not? We're not interesting enough, right?
It's not even that. It's
Maybe
just
we should
not.
commit some crimes and be in the news, and they'll go, "Hey, we're casting."
Oh my God, what would happen if we got away with them, though? Like, it'd be great if we got caught. Can I tell you the funniest thing?
Yeah.
When you mentioned that? Like, there used to be, years ago, there was a show, I forget what it was called, like Lockup or something. It was like a show that, like, it was a reality show that took place like, in a prison.
In a prison. Yeah, that's the reality I'd like to avoid right there.
Well, I remember watching it, and I said, I was married at the time, and I remember saying to my ex-husband, I was like, that looks like so much fun. How do I get on that show? Can we make a phone call and get me on?
Marla, free food, free sex, free rent. I mean, all you got to do is...
And then he looked at me like, you're crazy. It's like, you want what? And then I saw Orange is the New Black, and I was like, oh no, this is fun.
Now,
like,
what the hell was that show about, Orange is the New Black?
Prison. Like,
yeah, I know it was prison, but what was the premise? That it's great to be in prison?
No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
How to
like,
survive prison? I'll tell you how to survive prison.
Like fun.
Avoid it. Just like golf. How do you get better at sand traps? Avoid the sand trap. So you want to get better at prison life? Don't go to prison.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go to prison, but I'm just saying, like it.
But what was the show about? Orange is the New Black. Seriously, I never watched one episode.
It was great. It was funny.
Like what?
It was a really good character building show. So it was like there were very rich characters.
All right, but it was fictional. It wasn't an action. Okay,
no. But like it was fun. So you really dove into this life of these women and like
it was females.
It was female.
Okay,
and
now we're getting somewhere. Okay,
why they got to prison? What's going
on?
on?
So wait, now this is interesting to me. So this was a female Orange is the New Black.
Yes, Orange is the New Black was
so
female.
then they same shit. Like, what were you thinking when you did that crime? Well, I was thinking I was going to get away with it. That's why I did it, right?
Right. Yeah. You always think you're going to get away with it.
So,
but I wouldn't even. I know for me, like I'm so like this is me like at summer camp, like I don't even know how many years ago, like. I would be the one that like we'd go and try to do like a raid in a boys' bunk, right? So we're like running we're like running across the field, and I'm the one that like I know I'm going to get caught, so I just stop and I almost like run towards the counselors. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, all right, I give up. Take me into custody, right? It's like I couldn't commit a crime because I'm the one that would just run to the cops and tell them, all right, I messed up. I just ran over something. I don't know.
You wanted to be locked up with a bunch of women, didn't you? Speaking of orange.
I know. And I even have an orange bag today. I have like a big orange bag, too. I really like orange today. It's funny that we're discussing this. By the way, that was not planned.
Well, of course it wasn't planned, but I'm saying so. The show, is it still
a fun show? No, I don't think so. Right. I haven't seen it in years. I mean,
Orange is the New Black, meaning the New Black. What, the new Prada or something? What?
Yeah,
like it was a new fashion to go to prison?
Yes, because like the little black dress was always like the uniform. Now it's the orange, jumpsuit.
So that's why they called it that.
I don't know. I'm guessing. That was my interpretation. Okay. I never looked that up formally, but that is how I interpreted it. And I feel like with a lot of shows,
so all right,
you can interpret
you've
it.
Seen so many shows. What was like the dumbest show that you're like, I can't believe that's taken off?
Oh.
Is there one that you can think of?
I don't know that I'm allowed to say.
Oh, yeah, you probably can't because...
Especially if I worked on it.
Especially if you worked on it. Well, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Was there a show that you did that you're like, man, I don't think this has a shot, and then it actually took off, and you were like, oh my God, I can't believe this took off?
Well, you know what? I would say there are a lot of shows, not that I even worked on. I would say that of all the shows that I worked on, I think they were all pretty good. They were all really, really good, on the up and up. But I would say I've seen shows, especially in the reality space,
right,
where I'm watching them and I'm like, how are people watching this? And like how, and
it takes off, right?
Yeah, and like how is this like the number one show? And it's almost like I get a visceral reaction watching some of these shows where it's so disturbing and or so train wreck. Because there was a time where train wreck TV was what people wanted. You know, it always goes in waves, right? So there was
What was
like a
the
wish
name of that
fulfillment
show
shows.
where they made people like eat nasty stuff?
Fear Factor?
Yeah.
It's back.
Oh my God. Are you I'm like, we're not talking a lot of money either, right? It's like,
Factor,
wait,
that's
let me
back.
get
I
this
don't even
straight.
know- I don't know what the
You
new-
want me to eat these worms and step on that for how much money?
Yeah, Fear Factor. That was, people loved that show.
Right.
I could never do it.
For like $5,000 or something
It may have been
crazy
more,
like
but
that.
It is back. The show is
Yeah, I
coming
know it's back.
And I don't even know what the new prize is, or I'm not sure. But there's, you know, whether it's a competition show or whether it's just a docu-series where you're watching just crazy people do crazy things or whatever it is, people like it. You know, for example, and this is actually, I can say this, I didn't work on the show and I've never even seen a full episode, but people were obsessed with Dr. Pimple Popper, right? They were obsessed with watching Dr. Pimple Popper was a phenomenal
What the
success.
hell was that about?
And they would watch people get their like pimples and cysts and things.
Oh,
squeezed
Pimple
out.
Popper.
Pimple
I
Popper.
thought you meant Pill Popper.
No, Pimple Popper. And people
shut
loved
up.
it. No,
they were getting
it
their
was
pimples
wildly
popped
successful.
on TV.
Yes, and like cysts and things. And it would they'd go to the doctor and they would close up and they would like watch the stuff. And people loved it. I'm telling you, this was like a phenomenal
There is
show.
no way that show took off. People
I swear to
tuned
God,
in to
Google
watch
it later.
someone pop their pimples.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes. Yes.
It's
It's like, it's just weird. And then, but you know, you have all these like weird fetish type shows and things. I mean, there are a lot of shows. I will say TLC does a great job with a genre of show. Like they really do, because it attracts
But like,
an
who
audience.
comes up with this stuff? Can you imagine if someone's sitting there going, "Hey man, I got a great idea for a show, man. Hey, let me pop your pimple. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's a show, man.
People watch it.
Are
People
you
watch
crazy?
all that. Listen, people, my 600-pound life is, took off. That is a huge success.
Yeah, but that I could see because people that are obesely heavy want to do something about it. So they're watching a show where they can lose weight. Here's the other thing too.
But sometimes it's not even about losing weight.
It's not?
It's not like, no, it not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Listen, losing weight is the biggest obsession now because we have an obese nation. Type 2 diabetes out of control. Here's the part that I'm just not certain because it's being stepped up now. These new GLP drugs, they're handing them out like jujubes now. And I'm not sure what the side effects long-term are going to be.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And because it's a shortcut. You're
I don't even understand it.
Okay, the way as I understand it, I don't know the technical names for it, so excuse me, folks. But you take the GLP drugs and it tricks your body into thinking that you're full.
But so then you just don't eat?
Correct. Because I asked people, I said, well, look, I think these GLPs were invented for people with diabetes. It lowers your blood sugar.
Right.
But what else does it do? And the most people friends of mine who've lost a lot of weight, but when they stop shooting themselves, they swell back up, right?
Yeah.
So then I say, well, tell me what it does. He goes, oh man, I don't have the appetite anymore. Now, I've been doing a natural GLP type of thing, and what I've been focusing on is eating proteins and vegetables. I've cut out the alcohol, a bunch of bad carbs, bread, rice, pasta. People say, I can't do that. Well, I'm not interested in what you can't do. I'm telling you what I did. And so what happened was I stopped my blood sugar from spiking so much, the insulin levels. What happened, this is the strange anomaly that I never understood. I was hungry a lot less because I was used to eating all these carbs that would spike it, and then 2 hours later, I mean, if 3 hours went by and I didn't eat, people's lives were in danger. Ask Franny, she'll tell you. You're the same way, right?
I like to eat every few
Hey,
hours.
don't talk to me. I need to eat, and I will kill you unless I get some food in me.
Yeah.
What that is your blood sugar is spiking, and it's waiting for that. When you regulate, so the GLPs do the similar thing. It helps lower your blood sugar, curb your appetite. By cutting out the bad carbs, I'm not hungry as much because I've now regulated my system to be a more even-keeled. But the GLPs, my whole point that I started this is I saw even, I think it was either on 60 Minutes or no, it was, who's that? Sakaria had the CEO of the main company saying that it has grown so much in popularity.
Yeah.
They're lowering the blood. They're lowering the prices so that more people could have access. Because now what they're finding is it's helping other things like hypertension, cholesterol.
Right, they're saying
well,
that.
the simple fact is because people are not eating.
Yeah.
Real simple, folks. If you can't do it naturally, then go ahead and shoot the stuff in you, because that's why fasting is very beneficial too. Now, I kind of do an intermittent fasting. In other words, now that I've regulated my spiking, I don't necessarily have to eat my first 2 hours. And this is after I've been lifting. My body has gotten used to it where I'm not having the spikes. I'm not on a diet. I'm on a life plan.
That's
a
good.
lifestyle. Proteins, vegetables, plenty of water. I don't count calories. Well, because I cut out stuff that was a lot of high calories.
Yeah, that's good for you.
But the GLP, it's solving a lot of issues. Heart disease, cholesterol. They're even saying that it's helping cognitive brain function. I'm like, wait till they sell that hook, line, and sinker. But I'm really
scary.
concerned what the ramifications are and the side effects. They're so new. We haven't really had a long, study on what the side effects are. And my thought is, any drug that you're taking, it can't be a good deal unless you're saving your life. Well, maybe this is, because if you're severely obese, you're not going to live a long life, more than likely.
I don't know enough about. First of all, I'm somebody I couldn't take a shot like if my life depended on it.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
right.
I'm terrified
I
of
hate needles. Right.
Yeah, I can't.
But
do
now they're
needles.
having it available in a pill form. That's how popular it is now.
But what I don't understand is, right, and I've watched shows where all the women are, like a great example was like a lot of the Real Housewives, like on Bravo.
They were taking the GLPs?
They talked about is it Ozempic or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Mounjaro,
Mounjaro.
They're all GLP medications, yes.
Yeah. So, and they look fantastic. Like these women, thin.
Now what happens
beautiful.
when they stop taking it?
Well, and I've had friends that this happens too. They gain the weight back. They gain it back because, what I don't understand is how you just stop eating, because obviously,
it takes away the appetite.
If you don't,
there's
I don't even know
something in your system where it tells your brain, "Hey, Denny, you're full. You don't need to eat." So that's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this though: even though when you weren't hungry, didn't you still eat anyway?
Sometimes I did, because I treat food now as medicine, not a pleasurable, hey man, let me reward myself by eating this crappy food that's got 3,000 calories and 100 grams of fat. I flipped the switch on what I thought about food. It was no longer a reward for me. I was like, look, dude, you need to get rid of this Michelin tire you've been sporting, okay? It's sticking air in all the time. And I still want to get, the thing for me, I've lost, like I said, 25 pounds is my baseline now. I want another 8 to 10, but besides with the scale is my stomach has shrunk. And what has happened is, yes, there were some times that I was so dialed in that I went, oh my God, I haven't eaten for 7-8 hours. I got to eat something. So that's another mentality that I shifted to. I didn't say, oh, I didn't eat anything, so let me go grab a whole bunch of potato chips and eat,
No.
I said, oh, hey, dude, you forgot to eat, so have yourself a piece of chicken and some vegetables and put it down there. Which, because I did this, I'm no longer overeating.
Yeah.
I used to always eat until I was full, and then I'd throw in a few more because, hey, it tastes good.
Yeah.
So my taste has changed. I look at food differently. It took me a while. It didn't happen in 24, 48 hours.
It's very smart, and you're lucky that you did that, and you're lucky that you're successful in doing it.
Yes, I want to tell other people about it, and all it basically is, I'm eating natural, whole foods. I used to make a joke, if it has more than 4 ingredients, I don't want to ingest it. So what am I doing? I'm eating chicken, beef, pork, fish, and I'm eating vegetables. I'm no longer
What's your favorite vegetable now?
my favorite, I like to do a mix of a lot of things. I eat broccoli, asparagus, zucchini, squash. I eat salads, and really, I like all vegetables.
Good.
But the key thing is I'm engaging in that. Now I've just started putting in fruits, but selective on the fruits, because bananas and apples have a lot of sugar in it, even though they have fiber and potassium. Berries and raspberry have less of a glycemic load, and that's important, and I'm just reintroducing it. But here's the thing. We Americans were sold a bill of goods on the food pyramid years ago. They got it the opposite. They said, hey, avoid fat and load up on grains because they're good for you. Grains, we don't literally need grains because you can get just as much fiber from fruits and nutrients from fruits and vegetables. And grains are stripped from their original thing. They were first introduced by, I think, the Egyptians. And people that load up on grains typically they're overweight.
Yeah.
People who eat like I'm eating are typically not overweight. And because you're controlling the hunger spikes. The thing about the GLPs, I'm telling you, they're going to be like having an aspirin bottle in the cabinet of the bathroom.
But these have
People
not
are
been
like,
tested long enough to know.
I don't know. It's
what the
kind of
side
like
effects are later. Like, we don't know.
I'm just saying that anything you're ingesting, it's been 71 days since I've had a drink. And I've always told people, you don't have to be an alcoholic for alcohol to, adversely affect your health and well-being. They have now officially, the World Health Organization has, me and John have talked about it, because I know you two are not big drinkers.
No.
They have now said that no amount of alcohol is safe anymore. It is the same
Is that true?
It is true. It is the same
I didn't know that.
carcinogenic as tobacco and asbestos. It's coded the same. Now, listen, before you start hating me like you hate Marla because she's happy, I don't care.
What?
Well, your hate mail you were saying. I don't care if you want to drink moderately. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying what I did helped me lose the weight. But besides losing the weight, I'm a lot calmer. I'm the calmest and happiest I arguably have ever been in my life.
That's great.
So all I did is I removed the toxins and the thoughts that got in the way. Doesn't mean life's going to be easier. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get angry. But I told you, being angry for a minute is a lot better than bitching about something for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so alcohol, there is no safe level. I know that they said that moderate drinking is actually good for you. That was a tainted study. There is no safe level because it is a same level carcinogen as tobacco and asbestos. They used to say that wine was good because, the riboflavin, I think, the ingredient? Well, you can do that with grapes. There is no, and the thing about it is, many people are not light drinkers. I recently had a meeting. I was meeting, I don't want to get into details, but I was meeting some people, and they themselves said, hey, we're not really big drinkers. I said, oh, that's great. I don't drink anymore. Oh, that's very impressive. And they said, but we're going to have a couple of drinks. And I got to tell you, from the first one to the second, they turned into two different. The things that they were talking about were amazing, and they only had one big double drink.
Wow.
But they said, hey, we're not normal drink. So what is my point here? For me, when I gave it up, I cut the weight easier. I was sleeping better. I remained more calm. When you build your tolerance where drinking 4, 5, 6 drinks is normal. People do it, I'm telling you. It doesn't happen overnight.
I see it all the time.
It doesn't happen overnight. Just like a lot of alcoholism doesn't happen. It's like a lifetime of pushing the envelope, or say 5 to 10 years or whatever it is. And then you're, boom, gone. My whole point is, I know that my liver has reset, my digestive system has reset, my sleeping, it has all reset, which helped me lose the weight, helped me be more calm. And all I'm saying is, even the moderate thought process of it is not really accurate. It's kind of like, I guess people used to say, well, I don't smoke much. I just have a few cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
And I would say, okay, but tobacco's still bad for your lungs, right? Isn't it? Well, yeah, but I only smoke a few a day.
Yeah.
And now they're finding out that even light smokers, you're more likely to develop lung cancer. So now they're saying that. Now, back to my point about the GLPs. The food pyramid was turned upside down. They told us to load up on bread, whole wheat products, grains like popcorn, oatmeal, all the things that are made. That's the other thing too. My diet, I'm not on a diet. It's a lifestyle. It's real simple now. If it's man-made, I'm not consuming it. If it once ran free and it was killed to put on my plate, I know all the vegan people hate me now, right?
You're going to get hate mail.
I'm going to hate this damn Denny guy with the...
You damn animal.
You damn animal. But even they're being shot too, right? They're shooting. Now you got to get organic. Oh, is this chicken cage-free? Hey, was this cow fed Skittles and grains, or was it... No, they do it to make it fat, or was it shot with hormones?
Yeah.
Everything's going to kill you. But my whole point is watching what you eat and governing it does make a difference.
100%.
I'm reading more and more that these type of ways of eating tend to lead to longevity. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, if your body's not stressed out over the poisons you're ingesting, you got a better shot at being calm and happy. Not everyone can be happy and calm like the broad here, the Brodsky. You ever tell your parents, you're like, thank you for not being like, thank you for a great childhood you gave me.
Thank you for a great childhood, Mom. I appreciate it. I'm sure she's watching this. She watches everything that I do.
But you're so lucky because how many people really had a great childhood?
Yeah. I mean, I do feel very blessed. I never take anything for granted. Like, I literally feel so blessed. I had a great
They never
childhood.
Stunted your quirky...
No, it stunted. My God. If anything, they let me do too much. And
Would they go away and leave you alone?
Yes!
Hey, that's child abuse. No.
Back then it wasn't. Back then it was like, your parents are cool.
Yeah, right. That's right. What was child abuse what was normal then is child abuse now, which like discipline, spanking your child is considered child abuse now.
Yeah, I mean, did I ever get spanked? I mean, I'm sure I got. I'm sure I did. I or at least was threatened to. But it wasn't like a beating. But I remember being like, okay, you did that bad, whatever. Like, I'm sure but
and that was
it was nothing traumatic that I remember so badly that it was like a bad spanking. There was never like anything terrible. But it was like, I'm gonna tell your father when he gets home he's gonna spank you, and I'm like, and I would just dread my dad coming home from work because I was like, oh my God, am I gonna get spanked? Like, I don't want to get spanked,
My dad just gave me the look, and I knew, whoa, hey, I'll do everything to avoid that look. Same thing with my mom.
It never really came to fruition, I don't think. We never really got hit. Like, it wasn't like that. But the thing is, like, I also had two older brothers, so by the time that I came around, it was like,
yeah, they had it down, really?
Yeah, go do what you want. Like, I mean, I literally, I had no rules. I had nothing.
Did your brothers kind of say, hey, man, don't touch my sister, or, you better cancel your Christmas plans or anything like that?
No, no, not really.
You see that big gentleman that came in? He's a new client of mine. He's a retired police officer.
Nice. We got to wrap this up.
But I want to do a show with him because his stories are just crazy and amazing. Let me just tell him that we know that he's here. Talk to him, Marla. You know how you're very shy and everything.
Yeah, so now, welcome to the Marla Show. Denny just is walking out for a minute.
Ezra, we're in the middle of a show, but I was telling her that we've got to get you on a show because you're just one of those wild and crazy guys. NYPD, retiree.
Hi!
We're just wrapping it up. I see that.
All right, so Denny's coming back. He was just selling the idea to his friend outside now, so we'll see what happens. I might be replaced in 2 minutes, everybody, just in case you...
So anyway, I want him to do a show because he was an NYPD officer for like 20 years in my old neighborhood.
Oh, gosh.
In Brooklyn, East New York.
Very nice.
And so then he comes down here. This is how crazy he is, right? He's a cop down here, or in law enforcement, and he's a director, supervisor with the school systems. So he you see him, he's like 6'5", 300, he's formidable. So small guy, right. So he sits down in my office and he makes me laugh because he goes, hey, Annette told me about you and she said I'd like you, that I wouldn't want to kill you. And I went,
how nice.
I'm really happy to hear that.
What a lovely compliment.
Well, when someone like him likes you, they just say that to you. And he's very real and genuine.
Yeah.
You've got to think about what he went through in law enforcement for a total of, 35, 40 years.
I can't even imagine. What a tough job. Like, what a thankless, especially today, job. Like, people don't realize, like, how hard it is to try to protect other people. And
exactly.
And it's so hard because if you do mess up and you do flinch and pull your gun and this, like, you're in trouble. And sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right. You don't know, but it's
a nanosecond of making a decision.
Yeah, it's hard.
I couldn't do it. The thing about it is, think about it. And I said this to him. I said, it's crazy because when you pull someone over, it's not like they go, hey, how you doing? Which I try to be. When an officer pulls me over, I just go, hey, how are you? Because guess what, folks? They're wearing the badge stripes and they're the law. So, but I see these dumbass videos where they're like, hey, what'd you pull me over for? And I have rights and you can't. I'm like, yeah, right. Try that in real life. So I knew that I couldn't do it because can you imagine all day long, you're pulling someone, sir, you were doing 80 in a 50 mile an hour zone and you pull them over and they're like, why'd you pull me over? Oh, no, I didn't. That would get to me. I'm sorry. I would not be a good law enforcement person.
It is, again, it's like such a thankless, it's crazy. And then you don't even know if like the person that you're pulling over is crazy. You
it's going to kill you.
They're going to kill you.
You're just, the thing is, they're trying to just do their shift and go home to their families too.
Right.
They're no different from a lot of people. I mean, they're different because of what they have to deal with.
Yeah.
But they just want to do their shift and go home. So I guess we will wrap it up soon. And man, it's so great to see you.
It's so good to see you.
We got to do this again. I guess I'll have to be a guest on your tub show, right?
You'll have to come to the hot tub. You'll have to be on Get Wet with Marla. Yes. It's fun.
Will we talk about what we normally talk about?
We're going to talk about dating, relationships, sex, romance, and more.
Speaking of which, what do you think? I'll leave one last note because this is your lane.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest misconception or the biggest thing that couples, they're still not getting it, that would help them get it in relationships?
Communicate. Communication is number one. People still play this passive-aggressive game. They play the turn the shoulder. They play the I'm going to ignore you to try to get your attention. Instead of just talking about your feelings, saying what the problem is, work through it. You know what I mean? Communication will save your relationship. Unless you do that, it's never going to be like golden.
Yeah, that whole passive-aggressive thing, I've always said, why don't you just tell me if something bothers you?
Yeah.
Give me the opportunity to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And be direct. I think most of my clients and friends in Inner Circle appreciate that I'm very direct.
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat. They know where they stand with me. And that whole passive-aggressive thing, who has time for mind reading?
Especially in a relationship. This is a person that you're supposed to be like connected to, like your person.
So what happens? Something happens, you're upset, and you tell your girl, he just didn't get it. Did you tell him about it? Well, no, he should know more. Why should he know more? Why don't you tell him, hey, what you did kind of upset me. Let me tell you why. Now he knows, or now she knows.
Well, he should have said da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you just told him you didn't want to talk to him. Well, he should have fought for me and called me. No, you specifically said, don't call me. I don't want to talk to you. You can't say something to somebody and then in a passive-aggressive way, you know what, I don't want to talk to you about it anymore. Don't talk to me anymore. And then expect them to come and be like, I would like to talk to you about it. Like they're following, they're doing what you're telling them.
That's crazy. It's like, what, no means yes? I don't believe that either. If you tell me no, I'm going to believe you.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Okay, cool.
Right. It's really sad. And I have this discussion with people all the time. This is like,
so that's
guys,
it,
girls,
the communication.
Communication,
They're
number
still
one.
like, I don't understand. Why? Do they think, you know what it is? I think people are afraid that if they know the real you, they may not like you as much. And I'm kind of like, well, I'd rather get that shit out of the way.
And it's also they're afraid. I think people. Here's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. People, one, are afraid of success, of a successful relationship, right? Just as
You
much
really
as
think they're afraid of it?
Yes, just as much because then it can fall apart. And if it's so good, you don't want to fall. I'm telling you, there are people for sure that stay in relationships that are like down here, like that are almost above, like in the mud, right?
Okay.
Because like how much further can you fall? It kind of sucks now anyway. So it's like I can't get too depressed. But if you're in this like amazing relationship where everything is going amazing, you have a lot to lose. You have a lot to lose. And a lot of people aren't ready for that. That's number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? And number two, some people, they just get in their own head and they start creating scenarios in their own head. This is the killer for most people, I would say, guys and girls. They get a scenario in their head where it's like, I think she looked at him in a weird way. She's sleeping with that guy. I think she's having an affair, or vice versa, and it's like,
God.
and you create the scenario in your head that has nothing to do with anything. They don't even know each other.
So
nobody even looked at anybody.
This validates one of my theories that the worst things that happen to us in our lives are in between the earlobes.
Yeah.
They didn't actually happen.
No.
Like worry is so overrated.
And you create scenario.
If I do this, this might happen. And if I do this, that might happen. So guess what? I'm just not going to do anything. I'm not going to decide. Well, actually, you did decide. You decided not to do anything.
Yeah.
And because you decided to do anything, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's crazy. So listen, yes, you do have to come on Get Wet with Marla. You'll have to pick a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday night. We're live at 7. Wednesday night live at 7. Get Wet with Marla on Marlavis Life on Facebook Live.
I think, okay, we're going to leave it at that. Getting Wet with Marla. So hopefully, I'll let you know if the radio thing comes up, but I kind of like the podcast.
Yeah.
I
like the radio show.
But we always did like the radio show. But let's see if the sponsors come up.
Okay.
And let's not wait too long to do another one of these. All right?
Okay. All right. I love it. All right.
All right, that's it for today. Denny Artachi Show. We'll talk to you soon. Stay happy and communicate. Please. Life's too short. See ya.